Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Morning Smoke. Puffing on this banjo G pen. Excuse me. Whew. All right, today we have a very special guest. We have who was formerly known as KDC, but now he goes by Drippo. What's up, man?
What's going on, Steven? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How's life treating you, man? With everything that's going on with COVID, and how's it like in South Dakota right now with everything that's going on with that?
Well, in South Dakota right now, first of all, it's cold, snowy, and COVID. It doesn't really like restrict anything that we do. Like we don't got, like we can go anywhere. We just gotta wear a mask, you know. But really, I feel like what this year really taught me, like, is just like reflection, you know, lesson. And now I'm just really focusing on 2021 and just what's to come, you know.
That's right, man. I feel you. How do you what do you do to stay positive? And when you're going on social media and you're seeing all this crazy shit happening with like the presidency, you know, all the stuff that's happened this year, what do you do to stay positive, and what do you do to help people to stay positive? Because I seen that you give back to your community. I seen you give out waters and food on your Instagram.
Yeah. I feel like, man, I just don't really like feed into that type of shit, to be honest. So I feel like for me, it's kind of like teaching people that mentality, like not to feed into that shit either, because like that shit distraction from what we got going on, what we're trying to build. That honestly don't got shit to do with what we're trying to build. But I do like how this year we did actually like shed some light, you know, on racial injustice and everything on that. So that is one thing that I actually did get into myself. I kind of spoke up on. I don't really get into like politics and everything like that usually.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So you said you used to go by KDC, and is that an acronym for something?
Yeah, that's my initials. Don't be giving my government though.
Oh, that's your government? All right. And what made you want to change, like, you've been doing this for years, I'm assuming, so what made you want to change your name to Drippo?
I feel like a lot of things, but like the biggest thing is kind of just like it resembles me better as an artist, I feel, because like everything with me, my favorite color is blue. You know, I'm a wavy dude, you know, I keep the silkies on me, all that. So it kind of just like, it fits way better like than just KDC. Like, so I kind of had to just make the brands different. Like, it just like, I grew it really, you feel me? Like, at that time, to me, I just feel like it was time to rebrand and come with something fresh, because, like, I did everything I felt like I could with KDC.
Okay, I feel you, man. That's what's up, dude. And that's like, that takes, like, especially, like, to be known as a one name for a while and to take that risk and, you know, change it to something else. I applaud you, man, because that takes balls to rebrand and, you know, to change your image and do something new.
It took me like 2 years. Like, yeah, for sure, bro. It took me like 2 years to like actually commit to it. Like, slowly I was just dropping ad-libs into my songs, like still sipping water, Drippo, like. But then eventually I was just like, bro, let me just like convert to it, because like this is already what I'm making. The music I'm making, this ain't KDC no more. I'm making Drippo. I'm making wave music. That's what I call it. I'm making my own genre. I call it wave music.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? So you got the wave in the background too.
That's a cool little backstory too, to say that you were throwing in your ad-libs and it's kind of just stuck. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna go by this name. That's tight, dude.
On me.
How is the hip-hop scene out there in South Dakota?
It's pretty dry, to be honest. So that's why I drip over here. But nah, man, like, it's just pretty, it's Midwest out here. So like, I feel like the closest thing we got to like a real hip hop scene would be Chicago.
Chicago?
But just like it's really Midwestern here, so like kind of like hip hop's not even the biggest genre in my state. You know, it'd be country or rock or pop or something like that. So like honestly, coming up, like they didn't really. The whole city kind of pushed hip hop away. Like we weren't even allowed to do shows at a lot of the venues.
Oh shit!
In our city because like it would just be when people thought of hip hop, they're thinking the audience that it's gonna bring. So like it is what it is.
Like the stereotypes, like it's gonna be like gang violence, and we're just like, I
but now they can't deny it. Like hip hop's so powerful, like it's breaking in. Just hip hop and rap, period, is so universal and it's so powerful. It's pretty much the culture. So at this point, it's like you already try to deny it, and you can't. So now they're getting more into it for sure. But that's definitely a tough spot. I feel like not just me, but a lot of artists around in my area, Sioux Falls, actually had to go through.
Yeah. So you guys would have to go like to Chicago to go do venues and stuff like that?
Nah, bro, we wouldn't even be doing that. We'd go to other venues, but the top venues in our city, like the really nice ones, just a little bar where people are doing something like a nice venue, they're not letting that go.
Damn, that's crazy.
So it's not.
Bro.
We still like did shows, in the city, but like the top venues where we're trying to perform, where Apollo G's coming or something like that, like that's what we had to fight for,
Yeah, that's damn.
Like that wasn't always there.
Damn, I didn't know that at all, bro. Cause like over here in Cali is it's everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. There's venues everywhere.
Right.
I was like, that's why I asked that question, because I'm curious, because I've never heard of anything popping off in South Dakota. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but I'm just like, I'm curious,
facts. You ain't lying.
Yeah, I'm curious on what it's like out there, especially with music. And then you're saying that you have to like fight and just keep pushing to get your music to be heard, not only on Instagram or on social media, but you want to touch people, live.
Of course, that's what it's all about. Like, to me, I do this for the city, man. Like, everyone else in the city is worried about getting out the city. Like, here, I moved to LA. I already moved to LA for a little bit to try to do my music thing, and that's how I got in songwriting heavy. But I moved back because I realized, like, just me, my principles, my values as a person, it's like, I'm about, like, building shit. So, like, for me to go to another city to build that up, it just don't feel right with me. Especially when I know my city has so much potential. It's just the shit that we've been programmed to here. It's just like, it's not, it's not it. Like we moving like 50 years back in the past. We ain't even in 2020 in South Dakota yet. Honestly, like we still in the 1900s type shit. That's how it feels. Like, yeah, like you said, LA, like there's hella venues. Like here, we probably got like 3-4 venues.
That's I give you props to want to to come over here and then see that, because I know a lot of artists that I've met that would come over here and they want to make their brand themselves here, but for you to come back to your hometown and remember where you come from and try to build that up, dude, that's respect, bro. Because like,
yeah, for sure,
that's not the easy route. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it. And
exactly.
You can be like, I'm one of the pioneers that did this shit. Like, I didn't go to another place where they had those opportunities. I'm gonna make the opportunities, and I respect that, bro. Hell yeah.
Exactly, and I feel like that's just being a product of my environment. Like, where we from, we ain't have no other option but to do that, We didn't have the opportunity, so we've been making our own opportunities from the get-go.
Hell yeah, man.
And even with moving out to LA, I feel like I got done what I needed, what I was out there for. I went out there to get into songwriting more. And so that's exactly what I did. I pretty much connected with all types of amazing people to the point where it's like, I really don't need to be living in here to be in the studio to be working for you guys when I can be doing this as email. Send me the beats, I'm sending whatever, So I kind of got mission accomplished. So it wasn't, I kind of looked at it like a failure at first, because to me it's like, damn, I'm gonna go back to my city. Like, because like I said, where I'm from, everybody's dream is like to get out of the city. Like everyone feels like they just get stuck here, they're not able to leave. But me, it's like I'm the complete opposite. Like I chose to come here and I want to grow it because I see the potential.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And it all starts with a vision, bro. If you see that vision, see it through, and that's pretty much it. Like, and that's the funny thing too, is like you said, like you went out there and feel like you come back, you might feel like a failure, but like I think it's those things that happen that makes us realize whether or not we're gonna keep going or not. And I feel like that's what's gonna help you and push you to keep, to build that dream and make that your hometown known and build that scene. Hell yeah, man, that's what's up, dude. What age did you get into hip hop? Like, were you always into hip hop? Like, were you always writing, or who or what artist made you get into hip hop and want to start rapping?
I came out the womb rapping. You feel me? I was in the womb rapping. I swear. But nah, honestly, when I started really getting into hip hop, when Lil Wayne dropped the Millie, that's what really got me into hip hop. Like, I made a remix to it. I was just freestyling on the beat because like that was such a monumental time for like in hip hop history. Like what he did with the Carter 3 and just that whole video, like that was hip hop and culture at its finest moment. I feel.
Hell yeah, man, that's what's up. And at what age did you decide to take it more seriously? Like I want to become a rapper and like tell your parents like, hey, this is what I want to do, and not just your parents, but just to show people, to feel comfortable enough to show people your music. At what age can you recall on that?
I would honestly say at the age of 8, that's when I felt like that's when I took it serious. That's when I knew I wanted to be serious about it, but that's not when I'm gonna say I took it serious. I didn't take it serious until I graduated high school. That's when I started taking it serious. But I always knew this is what I wanted to do. And even through the whole tenure of being an 8-year-old to graduate through high school, I always still had that love. I used to play sports and, that was kind of forced on me. I loved doing it, but at the end of the day, that wasn't even my love. It was kind of something my parents wanted for me instead of what I actually wanted for myself.
Hell yeah, I feel you, man. That's right, dude.
Like you said, it's just chasing that vision, you feel me? The vision is everything.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. And I'm happy to hear that, bro, that you from that young and still doing it to this day, like, that's what's up, dude. I have respect for that.
Appreciate you.
That's how that's that passion that keeps you going because you have love for it.
Exactly. That's what I feel like we on this earth for, man. We here to like find our passion and then to serve people with our passion. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Hell yeah, man. And to ask you a question, like, could you tell me you have a lot of knowledge on the music industry and that you said you wrote for certain labels, so you were a ghostwriter per se, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody you can say, or you're not allowed to say, who you wrote for, or?
I could honestly, like, I'm just not really into like the name dropping and all that shit, but like any artist that like you could honestly think of, like that's out here doing something, I've definitely cut a demo for. But I feel like if anything I could really say is Lil Mosey and Coi Leray. I feel like that's one I'm cool for sure to say.
That's what's up, dude. And how is that process? Like, do they send you a beat and you write to that beat and then you send those lyrics to the artist and you kind of like send them a clip of you flowing like the verse? Or how does that work?
It's like you do a reference, a demo. So like you said, they usually give me a beat or put me with a producer. And then I just cut demos to it. And then if they like it, they put it onto they send it to the artist, the manager, and the artist and the team, It's like a lot through the A&Rs. I'm not, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, artist and recognition.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of middleman stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. And that's tight to know. Like, I've always wondered, like, wow, damn, like, for ghostwriting, like, I can never see myself, like, how do you write for somebody else? Like that's like, how do you find that inspiration to write, knowing that you write something, but it's like for someone else, and not put yourself in it? You kind of have to be in the mindset of that artist. How do you do that?
We come into it like, this is what I learned from my OG, like that really put me into this music writing shit. Like we don't come into it writing these songs for Chris Brown. We ain't doing that. We making what's hot. That's why they come to us anyway. We make hot music. It's not like they come into us just based off the strength of like we already, that's another story, already, if you already got some placements, like if you wrote a song for Chris Brown and they know that, they're gonna obviously, come to you. But like 8 out of 10 times, it's gonna be like, y'all just make hot records. Like Hitmaker, for instance, are you familiar with him?
No, I'm not.
So he used to go by Iceberg, but now he goes by Hitmaker. And it's just a production team. Like they just write like every song on Hot 100, like him and his team is responsible for that. So it's just the same thing. Like y'all just make hot songs. So just give us hot songs and we gonna match them with the artist pretty much, Like, so I never really go in it with the mentality. Like, obviously, I will listen to the artist, but that's more for lyrical content. Like, you don't want to be saying shit that you know the artist isn't gonna say. But I never go into it where I'm trying to jock their last 2 albums, flow, or anything. Like, they come in, they need something fresh, you know?
Yeah.
That's definitely my approach on it.
That's tight, man. Because I'm always, like, I guess, like, the way I originally asked that's, like, I think about, like, Ice Cube when he was in NWA, like, writing for Easy and writing for Dr. Dre. Like, how do you make 2 other people's verses so dope and still make your verse dope as hell and still kind of fit that narrative for both of them? That's why I was kind of, like, thinking, like, that mindset.
It's probably the same thing. Like, he just hard, you know? And then he just kind of keeping, like, Eazy-E's lifestyle and just kind of him in the background, you know? You just gotta, like, throw their lifestyle out there, really, because that's all we talk about is their lifestyle or what's important to them. Whatever they speaking about, like I said, the lyrical content, that's pretty much all that has to match. I wouldn't focus too much about this song really needs to sound like this artist, because then that's just, you know, like, artists grow. So you trying to replicate an artist that's like, that's his old sound, that's not really the wave, in my opinion. And I feel like that is what a lot of people are doing, but I don't think that's it.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. As far as, like, the music industry, like, do you have any, like, good, like, experiences, or, like, have you met, like, some of your favorite, like, artists, or, like, had I don't know how to say, been in the studio with certain artists, or, like, have you had any good experiences?
Well, it sounds like you, like, saying, like, did I ever meet, like, some people, like, I fuck with in the music industry?
I guess in a way, or, like, did you, like, meet any of your like heroes growing up, like, at the studios, or, like?
I wouldn't say I met any of my heroes yet, but I would definitely say, like, yeah, I've definitely met some. I've worked with producers that, like, I've definitely wanted to work with. That's like, damn, like, you made that song, like, and now I'm working with you, like, this is crazy. Like, I've always wanted a fucking beat from so-and-so, you feel me? And so now to be working on it, like, those moments are definitely dope. But, like, as far as, like, heroes, no, not really. I feel like a lot of my heroes are dead, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You said that you worked with some of your favorite producers. How does that feeling feel when you're, like, you know that they're making a beat for you or giving you a beat? Like, does that feel surreal to you? And we're like, damn, like, now I really gotta kill it. Like, does that get you nervous, or that makes you happy? Like, oh no, I'm about to go off on this.
Nah, it give me the juice, man. It give me the Drippo for sure. Like, I definitely get nervous. Like, I feel like you gotta put that pressure on yourself for sure to make sure this is the best it can be, because this ain't no play. You working with top quality producers who is working with top quality artists, like, and these are top quality artists, so these have to be the best songs in the world, pretty much. You feel me? So I definitely feel like you got a little pressure on you, but no, I definitely don't come into it nervous, because this is what I do, man. This is what I do. Like, I'm the wave guy, so this is what I do. So I just do what I do, man, and it's fun for me. Like, it juices me up, like I said, because, like, it's like, damn, we about to get one. Like, damn, TM88, me and you, bro, we about to get one. Like, we got one. Like, you and Uzi just went stupid. Like, now me and you got one. Like, that's how I feel, because, to be honest, it's like, even if the label don't take the song, I know these producers. Like, I build these relationships, so I can drop these songs myself or with these producers.
Yeah.
So to me, it's always just like I said, I'm never going into it like I'm making this song for anyone else.
Yeah. That's
like what got me into songwriting was my own music. They noticed my own music, and that's what got me the opportunity. So I never swayed away from that.
That's right, man. And have you always been like that? You always been that confident in what you do, even from the get-go? Or did it take time to develop that confidence with your music and with your songwriting?
I feel like I've definitely always been like that confident, but I don't feel like I understood it, really. And maybe that's just how it always is, you know? You feel like you got everything figured out, but it's just like in 5 years or whatever, you really, you know, this knowledge is a never-ending cycle of information. So, like, even 5 years from now, I'm gonna be looking back like, damn, I was probably thinking like this. Like, my mentality way back then was all about like streams and just like all about popularity, all about fame. Like, my biggest goal for my music was literally to be signed to a record label. Like, that's not a good goal, because it's like, when you get there, then what? Like, that's your biggest goal as an artist, is just to get a label deal. Like, that was literally my biggest goal. Like, I feel like if I did that, I would just be satisfied with everything. I don't even care what happens after that. Just let me get a label deal. Like, so I just feel, that's another story, man. Like,
yeah. Oh, we can speak on that as well, bro. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, now it's become where the artist, artists can be independent because we have the tools to do that. It's a lot more work, but it's possible. We've seen it. I see it through a lot of my favorite artists that are independent. Do you think it's even necessary to even sign to a label? Is it really
no.
You feel like it'll help an artist like take their art to another level?
It depends, Like, it definitely will take, your art to another level, but do I think artists should be out here signing deals? No, to be honest. But like I said, it really depends on your situation, and what I really think, your principles, to be honest. Like, ownership's everything to me. Like, I don't really feel like you can put a price on my ownership, because in my mind, like, if you think I'm worth this much, then how much am I really gonna make? Because everything is business. So, like, excuse me, I'm a businessman. So, like, yeah, just when the business ain't right, like, I'm already knowing. So that's just how I look at it. Like, a lot of people don't look at it like this is just a loan from a bank. Like, yeah, they got this system and everything, but you can build your own system and use the same people that they use in their system. It's just you don't have the funding for it. That's literally the only thing labels are helpful for nowadays. They're not developing any real talent. It's just all about numbers. Like, it's an analytics game. Like, if you got the numbers, if you booming, we're going to give you a little check and we're going to give you a try. Like, they're not worried about it. They'll give an artist $1 million because so-and-so just made $1 billion with this song this year anyway. Like, they're making God's Plan, like a God's Plan song, for instance, like, that just made, like, how much money that made. Like, that just recouped for so much errors, like, so many failed artists, etc. Like, it only takes one song to really blow up. So, like, they're willing to take those risks, and, like, that's how they see it. Like, they're not really looking at it as music. Like, they're more seeing it's a business. It's a bottom line.
Brand. A brand.
Yeah, like, they're just seeing it more of a bottom line type thing. Like, what the money is, like, I think that's where we really lost. Like,
as in, like,
the love,
because I noticed
music.
that. Yeah. It was, like, especially, like, I think it was once the ending of the early 2000s, going on to the 2010s and stuff like that, you start slowly seeing that change to people turning to be more independent. Like, Ice Cube went independent, and you see a lot of artists that were under labels being independent. And it's like, from back then, now it's streaming. This is all the streaming stores. You get paid off for that, but you don't really get paid much unless you're like Drake or something with fucking billions of streams. But, like, back in the day, you would sell CDs, and then you would get, like, maybe if you were lucky, you would get like if you like really signed to a label, you would get like maybe 10 cents, and if you were lucky, you probably get like $2 per CD.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
And there was, like, I can see, there were some benefits too that I've heard, and that research that I've done, that even when artists did shows, that was their money. But now it's like when they sign deals, even when they do the shows, they're not getting paid for the full show either. So basically, they own you, and you can't go anywhere else till you finish that contract, and then once you leave, you're not gonna get paid off that music. And that's why I say I respect that on the ownership, because I'm the same way too. Like, I think about it too, because I make music as well. I'm like, damn, like, I don't see myself wanting to sign to a label. And I hear a lot of artists, like, they want to get signed, but I was like, we have the tools, like, we have the platforms, you can build it. Like, you can push your music, and you can go for the streaming, and you might not get much, but it's like, if you get more attention, you're just getting more people to follow what you do, and then you have more opportunities to give out more and receive more. And it depends on what you're trying to build. I think that's the main thing is like, what is your vision for artists? A lot of artists don't know what the hell they want. They think it's this, but
they don't artists. Know. People, period, don't know what they want.
Yeah. I want longevity, bro. Like, I want to be able to say I done all this work and make a living off of my music, off of my podcast. Like, that's my end game. If I can make a living off of this and make a comfortable living, then that's my success right there.
Yeah, bro, you don't need a label to do that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're trying to be like a Drake, and like, you may need a label, but I'm gonna change that. That's what I'm coming into this industry to do. I'm gonna show everybody you can be just as big as an artist, just like Drake, independently. But like I said, like, it's really just comes down to longevity, like you said. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, because you can still make a living with just having like 1,000 fans or something like that. Like, it's not about, like, that's what I'm saying. People get caught up in fame, this clout. That's what I used to be too worried about. Like, that's not it. Clout and all that shit don't equal money. Like, people need to be reevaluating what they think success is. Like you said, you got your vision, bro, and like, you can definitely make it happen. It's just really getting definite with it, you know. Like, that's about it.
How do you feel about that new it's a new thing that Spotify is doing, that if you pay them a little bit extra, they'll put your music in front of more listeners, but you get paid less of it? How do you feel about that?
You know, I can see both ways of it. How do I actually personally feel about it? Yeah, like, it's sad. Like, y'all already give people a third, a fourth of a penny, and then you're gonna even degrade it some more. Like, it's not like they about to boost people up to millions and millions of streams. They probably gonna give you a few hundred, if you lucky, maybe a few thousand. But like, even that, bro, like 10,000 streams is $40. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not focusing about streams, but obviously it's good. You know, it's good for them, and it's good for artists who really just can't get no music out there. But it's just like, bro, look into marketing and your solution. There it is.
Yeah, I can see like the positive in it now, I guess, because shows aren't really popping off as much as before with everything with COVID. So maybe in the meantime, it kind of does give you a little more exposure, but you're losing out in the end if you do get more like listens and more plays and streams. So I can see like the good part of it, but the whole thing is like you say, you're not really getting shit. Just in case if it does blow, it's like, and you don't get much of it, like the streaming services get most of it, and they don't even make the art, they just have the platform.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, but yeah, I can see both sides of it, you know. Like, it's good. It's good for artists that like really just need to get some traction, you know, because there's a way for you to get some fans and to get your music out in the marketplace.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So, you know, hopefully you can convert it.
Hell yeah, man. Well, right now we're gonna take a little break, but do you want to introduce the music video we're gonna put in the middle of this podcast?
Yeah, man. It's called Blue Over You by Drippo. You know, go get that all platforms. Search it up on YouTube. Whatever you gotta do.
For sure. We're gonna put that on right now.
Vision made it. Damn, is that Siete? All we do you like I do you. Never. I've been in a different type of mood, trying to get blue over you. I done fell in love with the juice. Shawty said she love me for the juice. I've been in a different type of mood, trying to get blue over you. I done fell in love with the juice. Shawty said she love me for the juice. Looking for a roach, I'm about to coach. Man, I'm feeling like the GOAT. When I look up in the mirror, I hope you already know. Trying to be the best, but my feelings on the low. Used to cheat the test like I used to cheat my hoes. Every other day, I be in the same clothes. They gon' know my name, staying G to the code. Heating up the place, but I'm still feeling cold. He done told, you know I don't ever roll. type of mood. Tryna get blue over you. I done fell in love with the juice. Shawty said she love me for the juice. I've been in a different type of mood. Tryna get blue over you. I done fell in love with the juice. Shawty said she love me for the juice.
Alright, we're back. Hey man, the video, when I first seen it, man, I liked it a lot, bro. I liked all the effects that you added towards the video. To the video, like the color and how you went along with the title of the video, Blue Over You. What does that mean to you? Like, because I mean, it can mean a lot, but I want to know what it means to you.
I'm getting them O's over them hoes. You feel me? Straight up. And shout out to my boy Dylan too, Luna. That's who shot at this video. You know, I gotta always show love.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, dude. How long did it take you to shoot the video? Was it like a day's worth? A few hours?
Yeah. You know, probably like 6 hours or less.
That's right, man.
Man, we fishing, bro. We get shit done around here. We don't be sitting around playing. For real.
Hell yeah, man. And so like when I first thought of Blue Over You, I thought like it kind of sounds like it's like sad. Like it sounds like it would be like when you hear the word blue, it's like I'm blue, I'm sad in a sense. So I'm like, all right, it's talking about like a female. And then like you said when you said the O's over hoes, I'm like, it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right, man. And there's the other single that you have.
Oh, still sipping water. I see you in the cut with the. You got the Drippo on right there. Yup, still sipping water. You know what I'm saying? Fiji need to cut that check. Stop playing.
That's right, man. And then I heard your other single too. It's In My Bag.
Oh yeah, that go cool.
Yeah, that one's tight too, man. I really enjoyed that one too. For the audience that doesn't know what that means, do you want to explain what that means? I know what it means.
Everything that I do is like, it always got like more than one meaning. So my meaning of In My Bag is like I don't know, bro. You moving like it's your energy. Like I'm fluid like water, bro. Like I'm in my bag. Like I'm in the flow right now. I'm in my bag. Like can't shit stop me right now. But a lot of people are gonna take it like, oh, I'm in my bag right now. You know, I'm getting my money. Like, so you know, everything for me, it's like I make sure that everyone can relate with. Like, it's for the niggas who are worried about in their bag, and then this other shit is some inspiration, some motivation. You know, like the shit we talking about. If you listen to lyrics, it's new age, but I actually be spitting shit. I be spitting games to niggas. Like I said, everything I say is just like it should be. I be talking like code and shit. You gotta decode me.
Yeah. That's right, man. That's right. I do appreciate that too. Like when artists can think of if you can say something and make it very like complex but very accessible to people to understand,
right?
Then you're good. Because I know some people that try to artists that try to make like over complicated lyrics, and then I mean the audience they don't. Not a lot of audiences are not that knowledgeable on certain words or certain ideas.
Yeah, big fact.
So you kind of lose an audience like that, like the lyrical, miracle, spiritual, like. But yeah, man, I do appreciate when artists do that. Like you make it more accessible for everybody to understand. That's what's up, though, man. And is there any advice you would give to like any upcoming artists, like any game you would like to shoot to them?
Man, realize this shit a business, and look into marketing, and get your bag. There's 3 fucking big ass gems for you.
That's right, man. Hell yeah. Is there do you have any future like projects you feel like you want to work on, or any like goal that you have set for 2021? You know, what is it that you're trying to do for this new year to come? Man,
just continue to grow, continue to inspire, you know, keep breaking barriers, Cause that's what we've been doing. We've been making our own wave, and you know, we've been flooding the city. No cap, like everything they said we couldn't do, we've been doing. So we're gonna continue to do that and just scale it. You know, like I said, I'm gonna show everybody you can be as big as Drake, whatever, and be independent. You know, that old model, that shit gone, bro. Like I said, we in 2020, bro. It's a new time in the world, you know. So it's a new time for sure. So just keep your eyes peeled for sure. Add Daddy Drippo on all social media, you know. Tap in with me. It's a motherfucking marathon, like Nipsey said, you know. Shit don't happen overnight. Stick to your vision.
Hell yeah, man. I'll make sure to have all your links and stuff right here in the descriptions and the YouTube description and on here as well. And just looking back at this year, is there anything that you feel that you've accomplished that you wanted to accomplish? Just to reflect back on this year, like, is there any like certain things that you've done this year that you're like proud of?
Man, I'll be proud of all the artists I cut demos for sure. But I think the biggest thing I'll be proud of is just being able to show myself and others that no matter where you come from, you know, you can make your own opportunities and you can do crazy shit, you know? The shit people said was impossible, you could do that. People, if I would have told people 3 years ago, or let me not say 3 years ago, like, let me say when I was 8 years old, hey man, in 5 years, 6 years, I'm gonna be writing songs for the biggest artists in the world. They would have laughed at me, bro. They would have laughed at me. So that's what it's about, bro. We just showing people, you know, like, that's my biggest thing. Like, don't matter where you from, don't make excuses, bro. Make opportunity.
That's right, man. That's some good advice. Where there's just a matter of just doing it, like. And that's the thing I always notice too with a lot of people. I've come across a lot of artists, and a lot of artists are they like to talk a lot, and I never really like to talk. I really just do. That's my thing. Because I feel like when people talk about what they want to do, they usually don't do what they say they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just kind of stay quiet and you kind of observe, to me, that's how I've always been. I'm like, all right, well, you can talk about it. I want to do it. And I feel like if you have the mentality of just doing, no matter of how many mistakes you make, you're one step closer than that person just talking about it. And not that it's a competition, but it's more of a thing of like, if for example, me looking back at when I started, I was just out and about, going to a bunch of different shows. I didn't know shit. I was just going to shows, meeting people, networking, getting into different venues, and then dropping videos and learning as I went. Yeah, I stumbled a lot, but you grow from that. And if you can see that and look back on that, then you know that it's a never-ending game. It's gonna be the same thing. Like you go look at the mistakes you make and you go back to the drawing board and see what it is you're gonna fix to make the next attempt even better.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Like, everything you perceive as an L ain't even an L, it's a lesson. Like, now you know not what to do. And that L, that shit took you one step closer, like you said, to what you need to actually to get to where you trying to go.
Definitely, man. I hell yeah, man. And just to reiterate on everything, man, like, where can the audience find your music?
Now, you can find my music everywhere, but if you want that exclusive music, go to doityourselfmusicgroup.com, and that's where I drop all my unreleased music. Merch is available there, but all platforms, of course, you know.
Hell yeah,
just
man.
Look up Drippo, Daddy Drippo, whatever. Add Daddy Drippo on all social media. But my artist name is Drippo. I want dudes call me Drippo, you know, pause. That's for the females only. They gonna be calling me Daddy. They don't call me Daddy. That's it. The dudes can't call me Daddy, only the females. So, people be thinking my rap name is Daddy Drippo. Like, that ain't it. Yeah. It's just Drippo. Daddy for the females, you feel me? Just clear that up real quick.
Nah, I feel you on that. They be calling me it's weird how they do that, because they be calling me by my username on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People call you that shit real life.
Yeah, they'll be like at the show, be like, Anonymous, the MC94. I was like, that's just the username. I just go by Anonymous. That's it.
So I'm like,
fuck it, whatever. So I feel you on that, man. But definitely, bro, I appreciate you for reaching out to me, for wanting to be on the podcast, and for being on the podcast and sharing what it is that you know, and telling me a little bit about who you are and showing me that how the scene is out there and that how you're just trying to push and put on for your city, man. I really do respect that a lot, and I hope everything goes well for you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you, sitting down, taking the time, to chop it up. Let me tell my story. And I'm blessed with my team bring me the opportunity to work with you as well, because I just, I feel like our brands really do mesh together. I feel like we match a lot of mentality. Our mentality kind of like it's on the same level. So it's definitely a pleasure sitting down with you. Seem like you on the right path yourself, bro. So thank you.
Definitely, man. And whenever you got new music coming out or new videos, and you need a platform to be able to speak on it or anything, I'm right here for that, man. So you're always welcome on the show, man.
All right, say less, bro. I got artists too, so I'm gonna bring him up for you too. He's making some big moves out here.
For sure,
man.
man.
YN, like I said, do it yourself music group. It's more than just me. Shit bigger than just me.
Oh hell yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. If you got those artists, let them know, and they can hit me up on my Instagram, bro.
Yeah, bro. Team gonna set it up for sure. Like I said, bro, appreciate you, no doubt.
Definitely, man. Thank you for being on the show, man. All right.
Easy.
We're out.
Stay sipping water, my boy.
All right, dude, man. Later.